The Archangel Michael warns, the quiet around you conceals an unforeseen tempest. A reckless word has escaped from the lips of someone you once trusted, reaching ears it should have never reached. That individual now harbors a truth meant to remain concealed, granting her the power to upheave your life completely. At that moment, even the heavens quaked, for the tiniest of whispers can generate seismic shifts in your fate. This single misstep was not a happenstance, it was a trial foreordained long before this day, a revelation intended to awaken your senses. Someone close has managed to pry open the door to your secrets, and what spills forth may either devastate or redeem you. Each heartbeat feels heavier now, as though it senses an irrevocable change. Though you may not yet perceive it, the ripples of treachery are already encircling you. The person you believed would safeguard your confidences has inadvertently handed your narrative to a stranger who will not protect it. This is the moment when truth sharpens its edge. The woman who has heard your name will not remain silent. Her motives are dark, and her next actions will determine the volume of tears that fall from your eyes. Type Amen for a blessing. 333. Although the message was shared in whispers, those whispers can be more potent than screams when directed toward the wrong recipient. Your confidant, blinded by frailty or temptation, spoke too freely, leaving you vulnerable. Those words now rest in her possession, poised to be distorted and weaponized against you when you least expect it. While the mistake cannot be reversed, the repercussions can still be altered. Fate is malleable for those who recognize peril and act before it manifests. This is why you receive this warning now, before the trap fully closes. Do not be deceived into thinking the woman's intrusion into your life was coincidental. She was waiting, observing, eager for any weakness that would permit her entry. Now, she has found it. The threat lies not in what was spoken but in her intentions regarding it. This woman does not harbor innocence, she carries a destructive fire, already ignited with your name as its fuel. Type Amen for a blessing. For 44, every word she has heard now serves as a weapon, honed to breach your tranquility. She shall not rest until she has wielded it to dismantle your defenses. The tempest she wields transcends mere gossip, it harbors destruction poised to invade every facet of your being. The Archangel Michael proclaims, this betrayal is revealed not to crush you, but to awaken you. For too long, you have placed your trust blindly, believing that loyalty could withstand weakness. The heavens observed the truth and deemed it necessary for you to see it as well. The woman will not remain mute. She is preparing to broadcast what was uttered into the ears of those you wished to keep uninformed. Each moment that elapses brings her closer to the instant when her words will pierce your reality. The calm before the storm is fading, soon, the winds will howl. Type Amen for a blessing. 555. The one who betrayed you may not fully grasp the magnitude of their error. They perceived it as innocuous, a fleeting moment of relief. However, from the heavenly perspective, it is regarded as a breach of trust, a fracture in your divine shield. The woman was poised to seize such a lapse. Eagerly she listened, smiling as she tucked your secrets away in her dark cache. What she now possesses is toxic, and she is keen to disseminate it. There is no room for fear, but only for vigilance. Though the weight of betrayal feels suffocating, know that you are not powerless. You have been selected to receive this warning because you still possess the opportunity to fortify yourself before the blow lands. The agony of understanding what has been revealed will be immense, yet within it lies your greatest fortitude. You shall rise from this tribulation, not shattered, but reforged, while those who betrayed you will encounter the weight of divine retribution. Type Amen for a blessing. 666. If you wish to further express your support, you may contribute with super thanks, up to $20. The Archangel Michael states, "The threads of fate are tightening with every passing moment." The woman who now possesses that which should have remained secret is no ordinary figure in your life. She has been positioned near you for this moment, a trial of your faith and the resilience of your spirit. The betrayal that has unfolded is not merely an act of human frailty, it signifies a breach in the protective wall surrounding you. The heavens took note, and they trembled. For now, your name resides in perilous hands. Her actions will unveil the shadows she has harbored in her heart. You may already sense the weight of her stare, even in her silence. Know that it is not an act of mercy but a strategic ploy. She bides her time for the precise moment to strike, ensuring the wound she inflicts is the most profound. Her gaze is icy, her objectives clear, and she is already drawing nearer to your position. This alignment of events is no coincidence. She recognizes the power she wields, and she will employ it in ways that may astonish even the strongest among you. Type Amen for a blessing. 777. The individual who divulged your secret may now feel remorse, yet such feelings do not restore what has transpired. Their weakness has given life to a weapon that cannot be retracted. That weapon is presently being honed in darkness by the woman who possesses it. Her tongue is perilous, her hands unyielding, and her thoughts are filled with plots. She will not allow the knowledge she has gained to rest quietly. She will manipulate, distort, and unleash it at a moment when you are least prepared. You may feel rage toward the one who betrayed you, but anger alone will not shield you. Awareness serves as your defense. This is why this message has been conveyed from the heavens, forewarning you of the approaching storm. Already, unseen forces are encircling the words that have been spoken. What was once private is now a restless energy yearning for expression. Prepare yourself, for soon silence will yield to a clamor that cannot be disregarded. Type Amen for a blessing. 888. The woman has been unable to cease her thoughts of you since the moment she learned your secrets. She smiles in recollection, fully aware she possesses something capable of altering your reality. Her satisfaction deepens with each passing hour. The betrayal was not merely an oversight, it was a gift delivered directly into her eager hands. She had longed for this moment, her desires intensifying with each passing day. Now, as those cravings are finally addressed, she feels an undeniable surge of strength and empowerment, as if the cosmos itself endorses her darker inclinations. Archangel Michael cautions, do not confuse this silence with safety. The threat is already present, and the trap is fully operational. She is in the midst of preparations, summoning her courage, and biding her time until the moment to disclose her intentions arrives. The very walls of your existence are quivering, even if your perception has yet to detect the impending fractures. The ground beneath you is shifting ominously, poised to collapse in ways that cannot be halted once initiated. What lies ahead will astonish you beyond comprehension. Affirm with Amen to receive blessings 999. Every hidden truth possesses a heartbeat. Once it escapes, it generates a resonance that others start to perceive. This is precisely what has transpired now. Your name reverberates within her consciousness like a relentless drum. She replays your words endlessly, relishing them like a dangerous toxin that she eagerly anticipates releasing. Her pleasure is derived not from concealing the secret but from the realization that she can inflict harm with it, and she fully intends to do so. The betrayal runs deeper than you may assume. The individual you placed your trust in might not even recognize how much they revealed, how much power they relinquished. Yet, she is acutely aware, and her mind races with visions of the devastation she can inflict. The hour of revelation is approaching. What she intends to unveil will feel like fire coursing through your veins. You will ponder how such a minor error could yield such catastrophic consequences. Affirm with Amen to receive blessings 1111. Though she has yet to invade your physical space, her footsteps resonate in the silence, amplifying with an intensity that surpasses thunder in unseen dimensions. Each step she takes draws tighter the threads around your fate. She has rehearsed this moment countless times in her mind, meticulously planning how and when the words will be revealed, who will be the initial audience, and how it will shatter your spirit. What she harbors is no longer a mere secret, it has transformed into her weapon. Your person, the one responsible for the blunder, is weighed down by guilt, but that guilt cannot shield you. Their frailty has flung open the gates, and the torrent of consequences is already surging toward you. The time for lamentations has elapsed. Only the unfiltered truth remains. You are not without power, even as betrayal looms. This warning is bestowed upon you to illuminate the truth behind the facade, allowing you to anticipate the forthcoming developments. You still possess the opportunity to brace yourself before the storm breaks. Affirm with Amen to receive blessing 1616. This woman draws vitality from your anguish. Every breath she inhales is imbued with anticipation, each heartbeat synchronized with the rhythm of destruction. She relishes the thought of watching you falter. Her laughter may be silent, but it reverberates through the unseen realms. She is convinced that she holds destiny in her grip, that your fate is determined by the words she carries. However, she fails to grasp the immense power that heaven has set aside for you. Archangel Michael reassures us, every storm has its limitations, and no shadow can prevail indefinitely. Although she currently rises with audacity, her period of triumph will be fleeting. Heaven will not permit her darkness to go unchallenged. Yet, the pain must first be endured. The sting of betrayal will penetrate your heart, and she will bask in the illusion of victory. However, the light that awaits beyond the darkness will far surpass her temporary triumph. Affirm with Amen to receive blessing 1717. The burden of the secret she carries becomes increasingly heavy with each passing hour, aching in her chest and demanding release. She cannot contain it forever. Despite her efforts, her mind remains restless and haunted. She paces her room at night, repeating your name in a haunting mantra. The mistake has consumed her thoughts. Your person, who inadvertently allowed the words to slip, is paralyzed by silent dread. They watch her movements with fear, fully aware of the storm they have unleashed but lacking the strength to intervene. Their hands tremble under the weight of their treachery, and you, though blameless, find yourself standing directly in the path of the oncoming tempest. You can feel the ground quake beneath you, even if you have yet to grasp the magnitude of the situation. The moment of revelation is approaching. Affirm with Amen to receive blessings. 18:18. The woman's heart grows colder with every thought. She believes the universe favors her, that this power has been bestowed upon her as a reward. But the reality is far more sinister. She has been chosen merely as a tool for the impending test. Her insatiable greed renders her blind to the consequences looming just above her. She mistakenly believes she has triumphed, yet in reality, she is crafting her own downfall. The secret she harbors not only poses a threat to you but will also engulf her in its repercussions. For every deceitful remark cast in your direction, the weight of retribution will ultimately return to her. This is the divine justice inscribed in the heavens. However, at this moment, she continues to smile, convinced that she dictates your narrative. For now, her silence merely serves as the tranquil interval preceding an impending upheaval. As the night turns colder, the burden of her spoken words presses heavily upon you. This woman carries the weight of your secret on her lips, patiently awaiting the opportune moment to unveil it. Her silence is not an act of compassion, instead, it cloaks a calculated cruelty. The person who has let you down cannot reverse the damage wrought by a mere lapse in judgment. Their feebleness has already carved a wound in your destiny. Although they remain silent now, the harm endures, alive and pulsing in the hands of an unworthy soul. The woman meticulously sharpens her strategy, smiting it against the stone of her resolve. Each element has been thoroughly contemplated, every strike envisioned with precision. She is unhurried, fully aware that the most intense suffering springs from the element of surprise. In her mind, she is the hunter, and you are the prey. She feels no trepidation, no remorse, only the determination to seize her opportunity for destruction. The betrayal was not a mere accident, it has been predestined in the stars, awaiting this precise moment. Fate has allowed your confidant to falter, illuminating the true nature of the woman who lurks in the shadows. She has always been close at hand, yet never has she posed such a formidable threat. Her heart does not pulsate with kindness, rather, it ignites with flames of jealousy, envy, and a desire for dominion. She flourishes in the face of others' anguish and relishes witnessing their tears. Though the betrayal feels like a toxin, it also reveals the hidden truths that must emerge into the light. Though painful, this illumination is what will, in time, liberate you. However, first, you must weather the impending storm. The woman will not cease her machinations until she has divulged the burden she bears, and when she does, the wound she inflicts will cut deeper than any blade. This represents the battle that has been ordained for your soul. The whispers already swell within her thoughts as she envisions the reactions of those to whom she will divulge your secret. In her imagination, she has already claimed victory, feeding off your name like a conflagration that fuels her ego. Her silence will not endure for long. Your confidant is haunted by guilt, their remorse palpable like a specter haunting their every movement. Although they do not vocalize it, their fearful eyes betray the truth. They have entrusted your heart to a destroyer. Meanwhile, you, though unaware of the full extent of the truth, can sense the storm looming over your spirit. Something is amiss, and the truth is destined to surface. As the hours pass, the gravity of her silence grows increasingly perilous. She does not conceal your secret out of respect, but rather wields it like a dagger poised to strike. She bides her time, awaiting the moment when exposing her hand will inflict the greatest harm. Your confidant is restless, consumed by regret, but this remorse is too late. The slip of the tongue has already cast a shadow that follows you. They silently pray that the woman will remain silent, but the divine knows she will not. Motivated by the urge for control, she savors the memory of the words exchanged, smiling to herself in anticipation of the devastation she can inflict. Her eyes have already locked onto her intended audience, and when she finally speaks, the reverberation will be more thunderous than a summer storm. The betrayal has ignited a chain reaction, inescapable and relentless. A fleeting moment of carelessness has birthed a path that leads irrevocably toward flames, and you, oblivious, traverse this path, unaware of the final step. The woman rehearses her maneuvers in silence, envisioning your tears, your broken voice, and your crumbling composure. Such thoughts nourish her spirit in profoundly dark ways. Yet as she rises emboldened, know that the hand of heaven observes. Her words may pierce you, but they shall not define you. What she perceives as her victory will soon morph into her most profound defeat. Nonetheless, you must endure the test. The sting of betrayal will precede the solace of justice. This story has already been inscribed in the annals of fate. When she finally chooses to unveil the truth, that night will feel colder than any you have ever experienced. It will come at a moment of vulnerability, when your defenses are down. Her venomous words will escape into the air, and once unleashed, they cannot be retracted. They will spread rapidly, contaminating the perceptions of all who hear. Your private world will be laid bare, scattered like dust upon the wind. Your confidant will hide their face in shame, acutely aware that their weakness has wrought this pain upon you. Yet their remorse will not quell the coming tempest. The woman will move forward without a backward glance, exulting in what she perceives as victory. Her laughter will reverberate louder than your grief. The betrayal will span like wildfire across arid land, reaching the farthest corners of your existence. Those you never anticipated will hear the revelation. She will not hush her words, instead, she will proclaim them loudly, craving the spectacle of your unraveling. The poison she holds will not seek quiet ruin but rather a public collapse. However, remember this, fire eventually extinguishes itself. Her fleeting moment of power, regardless of its apparent strength, will not endure. Darkness cannot prevail indefinitely. Your spirit will withstand the flames, and from the ashes, something more resilient will emerge. The light that follows this dark night has already been preordained by heaven. Type Amen to receive a blessing. The ticking of the clock resonates in the ether, indicating that the moment of revelation is imminent. The woman experiences no fear, only a deep sense of anticipation as she guards your secret like a precious gem. She bides her time, waiting for the ideal moment when her voice will disrupt your tranquility. Your companion cannot evade the consequences of their actions. Their lips have betrayed you, and their current silence will do so once more. They find themselves entrapped in a cage of regret while you remain unprepared for the tempest that is approaching. The woman's hands tremble, not from frailty but from exhilaration. She is acutely aware of the potency of the words she possesses and intends to wield them without compassion. Each smile she offers serves as a facade that conceals her cruel enjoyment. The shadows seem to bend to her will, as if they exist to fulfill her agenda. She already envisions the ripples her words will create, and when she finally speaks, those ripples will swell into waves that crash over your life. Type Amen to receive a blessing. The truth is a heavy burden, yet she feels no weight, she feels empowered. With each repetition of what was said, her pride expands. She perceives herself as the recipient of destiny's favor, though it is merely a test of fate. Your companion may weep in silence, but their tears cannot alter the repercussions of their actions. They have sown the seeds of betrayal, and those seeds are taking root in her heart. No force can rebury them. Archangel Michael conveys, the impending pain is not the conclusion, it is a revelation. You will discover who genuinely supports you and who merely anticipates your downfall. This betrayal is the veil being torn apart, revealing the true faces surrounding you. Nevertheless, the impact will be acute when it occurs. She will not waver, and her voice will spread like wildfire through the ears it reaches. The sting of exposure will pierce you before the light has a chance to comfort you. Type Amen to receive a blessing. The moment draws nearer. The woman finds it increasingly difficult to resist the compulsion to unveil her knowledge. Her tongue burns with the desire to speak. She harbors the belief that your anguish will nourish her joy, and your tears will signify her triumph. This is the darkness she harbors within her heart. Yet, keep this in mind. Every act of betrayal is also a strike against the betrayer. She may think she wields power, but power derived from darkness ultimately crumbles. Heaven will not permit her laughter to endure indefinitely. Storms may rage, but they eventually pass. When the tempest subsides, she will be left with nothing but ashes. In contrast, you will emerge from those ashes stronger than before. Type Amen to receive a blessing. 3131